What I'm gonna be doing today is focusing on selling. I'm gonna run through the top 5 reasons why your home may not be selling, as well as 5 tips for how you can make sure you do get top dollar for your home in the least amount of time. My name is Christina. I'm part of the Living in Toronto real estate team, and I'm also a local real estate agent in the Toronto and surrounding areas. And every day I help people just like you and you and you and you find their dream home. And I absolutely love it, and I wanna help you too. So if you are someone who is thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate in the near future, make sure you reach out to me. All my information is down below. You can shoot me a text, send me an email, we can set up a Zoom call and get you started on finding your dream home. All right, reason number 1 why your home may not be selling: the list price. Your list price for your home must make sense. However, if your list price does not make sense, whether it's too high or too low, you could be turning off potential buyers, and that could be the reason why your home isn't selling. If you list your home for too high, you automatically could be eliminating a pool of buyers who may be interested in your home. So the first thing a buyer will do, one of the first things, before actually looking at homes is determining their budget. They will get pre-approved and they'll know, how much money they can afford to spend on a home. If your home is priced too high, buyers who notice that your home price is out of their budget may not even come to look at your home. So pricing too high is not good. On the flip side, pricing too low is not good either. If your home is priced too low, to a buyer, they may think that there may be a potential bidding war on your home, or they may even think that there's something wrong with your home because it's being priced too low. Make sure your list price makes sense and that it's on point. Work with a realtor who can get you some comparable properties to come up with a list price that makes sense, because that could be the reason why your home is sitting on the market longer than you'd like and not selling. Reason number 2 why your home may not be selling is the listing photos. A picture's worth 1,000 words. We all know that, and listing photos are usually the first look that a buyer actually has at your home. They're the first visuals people see when they access a listing that's for sale online. So make sure that you have good photos for your listing, and also make sure that they are honest photos. There's nothing worse than looking at a home online, checking out the photos, loving it, and then showing up and it looks completely different. So make sure you have really great photos and honest photos that show what your house truly looks like and what the potential functionality of your home could be. Reason number 3 why your home may not be selling is it is not staged. Now, you as a seller have been living in your home for 1, 2, 10, 20 years. So having your home staged is really, really great because it shows buyers the potential in your home, ways that they can feng shui a room, different ways that they could potentially decorate a space. It really does help buyers see themselves in your home when it is staged. So not staging could be the reason why your home isn't selling. Reason number 4 why your home may not be selling could be unfavorable market conditions. Now, this one's a little bit out of our personal control, but it can determine whether or not your home is selling. Let's think about Toronto, Ontario, and Canada as a whole right now. Interest rates are going up, so there's been a little bit of cooling in the market. So things like that, things like employment rates, economic trends can really determine whether or not the time is right to sell your home. There are some things that are within your control though. For example, usually around springtime, that rouses a lot of buyers. So maybe choosing to list your home at that time, if you can, may be a good idea. Unfortunately, some of these things are a bit out of our control, but if the market conditions at the time you're hoping to sell are not so favorable, that could also be a reason why your home isn't selling. Which leads me into my next point. Choosing to not work with a professional could be a reason why your home isn't selling. Real estate can be complex. Buying a home, selling a home, even leasing, investing, all very complicated, multi-leveled transactions. So not working with a real estate professional could be part of the reason why your home isn't selling. So I highly recommend working with a real estate professional. Myself, people that I work with at eXp, or any agents really, make sure you're working with someone who's informed and has a bit of experience and can truly guide you through the process, because choosing to not work with a real estate professional could be part of the reason why your home isn't selling. All right, on to the good stuff. How to get top dollar for your home in the least amount of time. Here are my top 5 tips. Tip number 1, have a realistic list price. So I've already mentioned that a list price that's too high or too low could turn off buyers. So make sure that you work with a professional who can help you determine a realistic list price for your home. More often than not, that's going to depend largely on comparable properties in your neighborhood, as well as different features of your home. If you've recently, let's say, upgraded your kitchen or your washrooms, maybe that warrants a list price that's a little bit higher. However, if your home needs a little bit of work, maybe that will mean listing your home a little bit lower. A real estate professional can help you come up with a fair and reasonable list price, so make sure you work with one. Tip number 2, make your home shine. Things like curb appeal, staging, appropriate listing photos will all help make your home look and feel more appealing. And the reality is, as humans, we like to look at pretty things. A home that is pleasing to the eye, is clean, is staged, has a well-manicured lawn, looks better to a buyer, and buyers will be more drawn to your home and probably more likely to put in an offer, and a higher offer at that. So make sure before you list your home for sale that it is ready for people to walk in and really take in the beauty. Tip number 3 to make sure that your home sells for top dollar in the least amount of time is to sell before you buy. Now, most people who are active in the real estate market and they're selling their home are also looking to buy a new property, whether they're upsizing, downsizing, changing locations, whatever the case is. Sometimes people will buy a new home and then focus on selling their home after. However, in a market like we're currently in now, one that's trending towards more of a balanced, potentially buyer's market, it's a good idea to think about the order of those operations. My suggestion would be to make sure that you can sell first and then buy afterwards. Because if you do purchase first and you're waiting on your current home to sell afterwards, then that puts a little bit of pressure on you as time passes and you're getting maybe more anxious or nervous about selling your home because you've already purchased another home. The pressure of that could make you feel more inclined to accept a lower price on your home. You're in a bit of a time crunch. So to save that stress, my suggestion would be to focus on selling your home before purchasing your next. Tip number 4, to get an inspection done. A very, very common condition put in offers to purchase a home is a condition for an inspection. So if I, as a buyer, am purchasing a home, I really like it, I put in an offer, but that offer is typically going to be conditional upon me getting a home inspector into the home to make sure everything is all good. Now, as a seller, what you can do to maybe entice a buyer to purchase your home is get an inspection done on your own first before listing. Right away, it can give a potential buyer a true look at your home and give them the peace of mind that it is in good condition. Now, in addition to that, if you are going to go ahead as a seller to get a home inspection done and provide that report, my suggestion may also be to ask that home inspector maybe a list of 2 or 3 things that you could do to elevate your home. That'll mean repairing a couple of small things. If you can create those little fixes and do those things, that could also make your house not only show well, but give a potential buyer peace of mind that your home is in good condition. Tip number 5 for how to make sure that your home sells for top dollar is think about appealing to your potential buyers. So right now, the largest cohort of buyers is millennials. So people who are maybe purchasing their first home. So think about that. People who are millennials, how can you appeal to those buyers? Maybe install a nice new flat screen TV or install a wine fridge. Little things like that, little incentives. Yes, they may cost you as a seller some money, but really, if it's going to ensure that you get a higher purchase price as well as a quicker turnaround time on selling your home, it could be worth it, and it could be a thinking out of the box way to make sure that you get the job done with selling. There you have it, everybody. Those are my top 5 reasons why your home may not be selling right now, as well as my top 5 tips for how to make sure that you do get top dollar for your home in the least amount of time. I hope you now have a little bit better of an idea about what you can do to make sure that your home sells and is not sitting on the market for longer than you would like. If you are serious about getting active in the real estate market, please make sure you check out this other video on the current real estate market here in Toronto and Ontario. It may give you a few more ideas about whether or not buying, selling, or investing is for you right now. It's all about when you as clients do feel comfortable, getting active in the market. That's the most important thing. If you like this video, please make sure you subscribe to the Living in Toronto, Ontario channel, because subscribing really does help us create more amazing videos for you. And so we can educate you on the current market and what real estate is really like in Toronto and the surrounding areas right now. Thank you so much for sticking around with me for this video. Make sure you stay safe, and I hope to catch you living in Toronto really soon.